So I know not all of you guys like to read, so I'll just tell you guys this story. He had belonged to one of the most ruthless gangs in the city of Los Angeles, and one day, during a gunfight with a rival gang, he was shot and he was killed. He arrived at the gates of hell and he was greeted by one of the fallen angels. The angel led him to his quarters and explained the rules to him. After he had settled in, he decided to go and walk around and meet the other residents. So he did, and he met one of the biggest drug traffickers from Colombia. They hit it off right away. They could really relate to each other, and it felt as if he had known him his entire life. The Colombian told him stories of his childhood growing up with a drug-dealing mom. His mom would call him into the living room and make him sniff cocaine, and then she would laugh at him with her friends and say, "Oh, what a stupid son I have." This young, tough gangster from Los Angeles broke down in tears, and they both cried together as they contemplated their eternity of suffering that was ahead of them. The next day, he met another man who had been a car thief in Costa Rica. He had been imprisoned for his crimes, and while in prison, he got into an altercation with an inmate and he was stabbed to death. He told him stories of his childhood and how he had been abandoned by his mother as a kid, and how he had to grow up on the streets with no direction, with no purpose. He got involved with the wrong people and ended up stealing cars for a living. And now he was here with nothing but sorrow and pain awaiting. He met many people with similar stories, and he made it his daily routine to meet somebody new. Eventually, he started to gain a reputation as the person that people could come to talk to. With time, I don't even know how to explain it, but hell didn't feel like hell anymore. This story is inspired by real people that I encountered when I went to visit my cousin in prison. There's a famous saying that goes, "You'll never truly understand someone until you walk a mile in their shoes." It is very easy for us to judge and condemn people who break the law, but maybe there is a deeper story there. Maybe the question we should really ask ourselves is, what leads people to make these decisions? A criminal doesn't become a criminal from one day to the next. Sometimes it's the circumstances that lead people to make these decisions. So is it fair to condemn these people to hell because of their circumstances? Maybe we're already living in hell. There are people in this world who have been dealt really bad cards. Things that were out of their control led them to make really bad decisions, and now they find themselves in a situation without any hope. I can sit in my comfortable church chair and just look at these people and say, "Oh, you know what? They're the bad guys. They're evil." Or I can take a different attitude and look at it from a different lens, with a lens of mercy, of understanding. Maybe when I choose to take an attitude of acceptance instead of rejection, this hell that we live in, maybe only then it becomes a little more bearable.